What is going on? I'm zmoT. We're going to skip the warships today and go straight to War Factory. We've got something interesting, mildly interesting, and that is the engineers. We've also got the extra ability, which is the remote defib. If you wait till after midnight UTC, which is like 4 p.m. my time, I believe. Time zones, time change, confusing my brain. Anyways, you can get a different ability. I think, not 100% sure. You'll see that I've already done War Factory. I'm not going to show you live attacks for this main account. I will show you live attacks for the lower level account. And the reason for that is it is insanely slow and tedious. And for a prototype troop, you can't have a troop that is not interesting for your prototype troop. So what I did was dropped all of them underneath two smokes, got them moving over onto this far right hand side. Now I used universal hack. I probably should have used the critter swarm just for the extra critters, and then I went and hacked things, and Everspark went and got the cannon. These flamethrowers are what you need to take care of, because obviously flamethrowers versus critters, not super duper well matched. So, like, I'm gonna speed this up, because these prototype troops, I mean, look at this. We've lost 0 troops. They're throwing critters at a decent rate, not as fast as critter cannons would be, which just shows that they're basically a poor imitation of an already great prototype troop. If you have any feedback on the prototype troops, please pass it along, because I would love to send it to Supercell. They have shown a little bit of interest in making the prototype troops more interesting, because the idea of dedicating an entire week to a troop that does this is just mind-blowing to me. These guys suck. The engineers, on the plus side, got this new fancy skin, which our Melaniers and our Cryo Bombardiers and stuff did not get, so gotta give some kudos to Supercell for at least doing that, but these guys stink. Lost 0 troops on this attack, so do consider using them if you don't have instant training. One other quick note is you can take down bases with them. You're not going to lose troops as long as you're a little bit cautious. I would probably use Kavan with them, but my goodness are they ever slow. So for the final attack, I mixed in 2 boats of bombardiers, because using just engineers, grinding through that shield would have taken like 27 attacks. If I had the patience, I probably should have done it, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. On the plus side, we also have the pink zombie remote defib, which has never worked properly. It is 1000% broken. Look how many rifles we got back. Like 4? 6? It's supposed to bring back 24, I believe. And so would love it if Supercell fixed that. But look at this, just critters upon critters. If you watch it at 4 times mode, they spit critters out at a decent rate. Throwing my extra gun mode energy back at the shield gens, which of course didn't really scratch them. So go to the right, use those engineers. If you do a save the core using all engineers, you will be my absolute and utter hero. It will blow my mind, so please consider doing that, because if you have the patience to do that, you are a better man or woman or whatever the heck than I, which doesn't really set the bar terribly high. But now we are going to pause. I'll come back with a low level and we will do some more warfare. I'm not sure if I can bring myself to use low level engineers, but one quick detail. Supercell is trialing a new Supercell ID. Check that out. They've actually brought in my image from my YouTube channel for a custom Supercell ID logo. I'm not sure when that's going to roll out to everyone or how you're going to be able to upload or what it is, but it's a pilot program right now. Gotta say, it looks pretty darn awesome. Super stoked with that. So kudos to Supercell for doing that as well. 2 kudos in one day. I'm going to pause. I'll be back in just 1 second with some low-level War Factory goodness. On the plus side, we have instant training on this account, so I can do all engineer silliness. Now, I'm not going to do all engineer because, as you saw, that would be incredibly painful and slow. But I feel like if we mix some zookas in, we can get some damage behind those engineers and maybe, just maybe, get some form of goodness. Now, this account is in Infant 9 if you're looking for a task force to get those 29 diamonds every day. Somewhere between 24 and 29 anyways, depending on which level task force it is. Let's get in here. Don't think we need to hack anything. We're just going to bring all of the pain, bringing all of our troops over into here. Now, just need that one. There we go. Perfectamundo. Now, we cannot throw critters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop those pink... Oh, I meant to throw pink zombies. I kept missing the corner, though, unfortunately. There we go. Getting those zookas out. Getting some critters out. And now we just need to keep on moving. Really interested to see how the heck this is going to go, how these critter dudes are going, and so far, pretty darn good. We're losing some zookas off to the side, but overall, getting into all of this stuff as our gunboat energy is about to expire. So now that Everspark has moved slightly to the right, we can... Oh, I was really hoping she was going to hack that flamethrower. Still has not hacked a flamethrower, which is not awesome at all. But our zookas are starting to get in there. We've gotten rid of all of the doom cannons, and honestly, getting rid of the doom cannons as a low level is a massive achievement. So fairly stoked on this so far. Engineers, not awesome, but doing okay. We're gonna have a problem as soon as we get close to that rocket launcher, so I am going to retreat about now because we don't need a solo. By all means, try for the solo, but don't feel like you have to because you're going to lose a ton of troops and waste a bunch of gold. It's worth it. It feels awesome to get a solo on War Factory, especially as an HQ16 account, but it's a little bit unlikely for that one. What we need to do next, I'm going to send Everspark. We're going to flare her over into this corner, hoping we can squeeze along. And then we're going to flare all the way back. Make sure you push the button before you flare or you're going to have a very bad time. I think I need to clear a bunch of these shock mines just in case. Oh man, she stayed underneath the smoke. I thought for sure she was going to pop her head out. Now we need to find that smoke timer. 3, 2, now getting that hack out. Now the question is, will she walk into those shock mines or not? I kind of think she's going to. Holy, I am just having a red letter day. She managed to avoid all of the shock mines. She got rid of the rocket launcher and the shock launcher, I do believe. Come on, down you go, down you go. And now because we've got the engineers, we can actually drop our troops. Typically you'll see me retreat most of the time, but in this instance don't need to do that because you guessed it, we've got some critters coming. Also, this pink zombie crew is going to get out front. They're going to allow our zookas and engineers to start throwing some bombs here. I mean, this troop combo is pretty good. It's, like I said, not exciting, not as good as critter cannons, but they don't cost any gunboat energy to drop, so at least they've got that working for them, as our troops are just going to cruise on through this. Having an if we could get a couple more in a boat, they might be kind of interesting, but let's be honest, they're just Everspark's ability. Like, they're just throwing critters about as often as Everspark does, less often than the critter cannons do, so not super duper exciting. If you're looking for a win though, I highly recommend this troop combo. It's not going to be sexy, it's not going to be super duper exciting, but at the same time, maybe you haven't beat War Factory yet, so this is going to allow you to do that for the first time, and that is pretty darn exciting if you ask me. So we have lost all sorts of zookas, but we also did a double hack or 2 hacks before we even dropped our troops. So let's get the heck out of here, saving our troops. We've got 3 more attacks, and look how far we've gotten through past all of those doom cannons. Rocket launcher and shock launcher gone, so all we really need to worry about at this point are those back hotpots are the word I was after there. Let's get over into here. Everspark, please don't die. Getting way right. We don't care about that stuff on that far left hand side. So now just cruising over into this right wall. Now, as far as war ships is concerned, there are some developments. People have started to go heavy Zooka at the 3 engine room level. I am starting to think my base is not super duper strong for the next little bit, so I will be going to 4 engine rooms very, very quickly here. Like I said, my base just not standing up anymore. People who have heavy Zooka can just walk through basically any base. But of course, I don't want to waste any tokens on heavies. I mean, sorry, on Zookas, I should say. On my other account, I don't want to waste it on heavies either. So I've got 2 accounts. Neither of them are going to have Zookas at this point. Can always go back and get them, but more on that at a later date. For right now, we are just trying to burn through this core. Probably should just retreat and come back with all Zookas, but we'll just see how these critter dudes will do. Gonna take a while to burn through this core, so I will pause right here so you don't have to sit here and watch, but it looks like we should be in a golden position. Just need that machine gun to die. If it doesn't, which it looks like it's not going to, it might just turn towards our Zookas. Nope, it's gonna turn towards those critters. We're out of range. We're in a nice little snuggle spot as coined by Mrs. Merp. Pretty darn good. Actually, Everspark's still attacking that machine gun. Look at that. So we're going to get that machine gun down. This core is going to go down ever so slowly. And at this point, if you wanted to retreat and come back with Zookas, you would probably save yourself some time. But instead, I'm just going to pause. We'll be back, and you won't even know I'm gone. So Everspark managed to get that machine gun down. We've got a little bit of extra gunboat energy. Now we've got the second machine gun down, trying to keep those critters alive a little bit longer so we can get a little bit extra damage. But we're sitting here with 13 Zookas, not doing a heck of a lot of damage. So this shield is not going to go down. You need to make yourself a huge free snipe spot, because with low level Zookas, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. No sense pausing now. We've only got 10 seconds left. So, like I said, if you have any feedback at all, Supercell is listening. They're not necessarily doing anything about it, but they are listening. So please hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about the engineers, what you think about remote defib being broken. And like I said, after midnight, there should be another ability. I should know what it is, but I've been super duper AFK, trying to catch up with work, trying to catch up with life, trying to catch up with Boom, Beach as well. So we're just going to walk in with all Zookas. No sense changing troops now, though. If you don't have instant training, I would just keep some of those. Keep your loadouts as they are. Get those engineers in, and they will help you with main bases. Just be aware of ranged troops, ranged buildings, because otherwise you're going to lose all sorts of engineers to rocket launchers and shock launchers and doom cannons and the like. One shock right there, just because why the heck not? And then all of our Zookas coming in. I like to wait till our Zookas are situated before I press the battle orders. Otherwise, some of them turn off to the side, as you can see there. Like, as soon as they get that battle orders in their veins, they just start doing stupid things. And you'll see that on a base like Rogue, where your Zookas just do silly things and start targeting. They like run away from what they're supposed to be targeting, just trying. I gotta shoot a cannon. I gotta shoot a... Anyways. Battle orders also working very, very well on Warships, trying to keep things moving forward in that regard, and it's a little bit difficult at the moment because I simply haven't been playing, and when you're not playing Warships, you are falling behind, which is not a super awesome thing to do. So there is the War Factory. Engineers suck, but they are very useful for low levels. I hope that they get redone. I hope the turret ones come back and actually throw the turret to the... They throw them on top of buildings instead of taking the turret's range into effect, which could make them fairly useful. Anyways, that is all for me as we pick up some spare diamonds. Do make sure you've got code zmoT in your creator boost. As you can see there, it expires, and then you end up just being super sad, and so am I, because you need to have a creator boost active at all times to have your hits be as strong and useful as possible. Anyways, that is all for me. As per always, thank you for coming in, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, telling a friend, and more importantly, sending your Wordle scores to our Discord server. I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in. I'm zmoT. Peace!